Welcome to my LGBT lesbian channel. The series Checkmate, Stripper and Dance for Me are voiced for you in full history. Thank you for your comments, reactions and subscription to my channel. Have a nice day everyone. You run away from me, or am I mistaken? You are very much mistaken. Then prove it, prove that I'm wrong about you, she challenged. I felt my chest rise and fall in a heavy breath. The shred of sanity I had left was trying to stand firm at all costs, but Camilla was stronger. I don't have to prove anything to you, I cut. Camilla let out an ironic laugh and turned her back to me. That's what I thought, too much of a coward, she spoke dismissively. What did you call me? Coward, chicken, weak. The words poured from her lips, violently hurting my ego. That wouldn't stay like that, if she wanted me to prove the contrary, so I would. I quickly approached the Latina. Say that again, I seethed furiously. Camilla turned to face me, and with her lips close to mine, she whispered, Cower. Before she finished uttering the word, I pulled her body hard, taking her lips fiercely with mine. I held the Latina's body and suspended it, putting her on top of the counter behind her. We let a few objects fall to the floor, but she didn't even care. Carla in the same instant wrapped my waist with her legs, holding me against her. I brought one of my hands to her neck, letting my fingers intertwine between the strands of her hair, in which I tugged firmly. The brunette disconnected her lips from mine and smiled for brief seconds, a naughty smile, to then slide the tip of her tongue on my lips. Damn her. I took her lips again. Camilla half opened her mouth, giving passage for my tongue to meet hers. My fingers still tugged on her hair, while my free hand slid down her thigh as she kissed me with pleasure. The sync of the movement of our tongues made me sigh. It was as if our kiss had a fucking perfect fit. Carla bit my lower lip, pulling it between her teeth, taking the opportunity to take a deep breath before returning her mouth to mine. We kissed with so much warmth that I could feel my lips hurt amid the pleasure of that so delicious kiss. The woman's breathless breath was making me giddy. I was completely losing control. Camilla arched her head back, giving me free access to her neck. I didn't stand on ceremony. I kissed the soft skin with desire, as my hands pulled her body closer to mine. I felt Camilla's small hands go towards my jacket, yanking it desperately off my body. As if we needed that more than ever. The piece of clothing fell to the floor, leaving only the thin shirt. Camilla moaned softly as soon as my lips closed on her neck, sucking hard. The counter shook with the movement of our bodies that at any instant could merge with such voracity. Of our touches, she went up with her hands inside my shirt, dragging her nails on my back, making me moan. Oh God, no, I whispered, backing away quickly. Carla stared at me without understanding. Her chest rose and fell quickly in a breathless breath, exactly how I was right. Now, I closed my eyes tightly and shook my head before grabbing my jacket from the floor. We already decided the details. I tried to be firm enough, but my mismatched breathing wasn't helping. I'm going back to the precinct. Camilla smiled cynically as she got off the counter, and I quickly walked towards the door. If you have an emergency, if you need me, call, I'll be back. Those were my words before closing the door. Coward. I heard the brunette's voice from the other side of the door, but continued walking. In the corridor I ended up finding Eliza, the maid from a few minutes ago. The woman stared at me with evaluative eyes, but I immediately walked away. Camilla was crazy, completely crazy. And she's driving me crazy. I opened my car door, throwing the jacket on the passenger seat to then enter. I leaned my head on the steering wheel, letting my thoughts go back to their proper place. Camilla was a good player. She knew exactly what to do to disarm the opponent. Damn it, what did you do, Lauren? I seethed to myself, hitting the steering wheel hard. I shook my head, letting my eyes meet Camilla's house, and in the window of Christopher's office she stared at me with a cynical smile on her lips. Son of a bitch, I whispered when I saw her throw a kiss in my direction. I started the car in the same instant and sped out of that mansion. Camila Cabello's point of view. The woman's anger for having lost control only made me want her more. Lauren was now inside her car, grumbling something that I would give everything to know. As soon as her green eyes met mine, I smiled and threw a kiss, which probably made her cuss me. It didn't take long for the agent to sped her car out of there. Ah, Agent Yaregui, you have no idea where you are getting yourself into. I spoke as I saw her car disappear through the gates of the mansion. I knew that entering this game with Lauren was more dangerous than I could imagine. But now there was no turning back. I had already lit the spark of a future explosion. During all these years, no one had been able to cause me so many feelings like that woman. In a single night, Lauren had given me the best sex of my life. Can you understand? To feel her touches, her lips. The taste of pleasure caused by that woman was simply unequaled. Modesty aside, I was a woman highly sought by men and women who would give everything for me, but no one had me like her. Not even Christopher. Mrs. Camilla, Eliza fell silent when she noticed the state of the beverage counter. I held in a smile that insisted on wanting to appear due to the maid's startled expression. Yes, Eliza? Do you want me to clean this? She pointed to the counter. Oh yes, I ended up dropping some things. The woman casted me a curious look, and then walked carefully to the counter. Grab a martini for me, Eliza. I sat on Christopher's chair as I watched Eliza serve the small cocktail glass with a good dose of martini. What did you think of Lauren? I asked when she handed me the glass. The woman swallowed hard, not understanding my question. What do you mean? Do you think she'll do her job right? The woman was kneeling on the floor, gathering the objects I had dropped a few minutes ago. She seems to be a responsible person, Mrs. Camilla, even though, Eliza let the words get lost. Even though what? Her face had a worried expression, almost confused. The maid placed the objects on the counter delicately so that nothing was broken. Be careful, I don't meddle in my boss's affairs, but don't worry about that. You'll remain quiet, and everything will be fine, I said as I drank the alcohol in my glass. I would never say anything. I got up from the soft chair, walking across the cottony carpet that was in that room. I approached the woman who kept her eyes attentive in my expressions. Especially because you didn't see anything, right? I asked, looking the woman in the eyes. Yes, ma'am. I opened a smile at her and deposited a kiss on her forehead. That's why you are my favorite employee, Liza. I spoke before leaving that room. I left Christopher's office and soon felt my phone vibrate in my pocket. When I looked at the screen, I saw my husband's name. Hi, love, I said in a gentle tone. You sound excited. Did something happen? He asked curiously. I threw myself on the living room's couch, letting my thoughts be taken by Lauren. No, Chris, I just had a great day today. He was silent for a few seconds. Perfect, darling. Then you won't be upset for having to come to the company this afternoon, right? I'll have an important dinner with a partner, and I would love for you to come with me. I hate your business dinners, I grumbled. I know, but it doesn't hurt to accompany me. I promise that we can do whatever you want after. His suggestive voice tone informed exactly what were his pretensions. All right, I'll see you in the company. Love, I have to hang up. Dinah just arrived. I'll see you later. Those were his last words before hanging up. Lauren Yaregwi's point of view. I walked into my office, slamming the door shut. I felt furious, weak, like Camilla had said. I fell into her cheap teasing, letting the damn desire consume me. That would be my weakness, the one Camilla would use and abuse without pity or mercy. What happened? You walked into the precinct like a hurricane. I heard Vero's voice flood the environment. The woman walked slowly, probably analyzing my state. I screwed up. Iglesias frowned, crossing her arms under her breasts. What did you do, Yaregwi? I kissed Colin's wife. Vero opened her mouth with a surprised expression. Her eyes had a cheerful air, and her lips were trying not to smile. Don't even start with bullshit, I said angrily. First day of work, and you kissed her. I don't even want to think about the other days. Do you think Collins will want me to continue after your future fuck-ups? I shook my head, throwing a small ball of paper at Vero, who bursted into a loud laugh. That's not funny. The woman sighed in a bored way. What's your problem, Lauren? You never cared about hooking up with married women. This one is different, Veronica. I massaged my temples, thinking about the future headache I would have. What do you mean? She asked, as she sat on the armchair in front of my desk. The others were too silly. I could easily control them. But Camilla, she controls you. For the time being, but that won't last. I don't know, some women are the devil. She surely is, and the best of them. Oh. If you like that I voiced the continuation of the series Stripper and want me to continue, please like and write a comment on the video. This will be an incentive to continue working on translation and dubbing.